Hi, everybody. Joe Reinecker with you. Welcome to today's edition of Resource Central. Our guest is Rick Macias, who works out of the Chanute office. Rick, welcome to Resource Central.
Thank you.
You had a very interesting week last week. Tell the audience what you did and what it was for and all that stuff.
I went to Washington, D.C., and it was for an organization called ADAPT.
What is ADAPT an acronym for?
ADAPT is an organization that tries to help people stay in their homes.
Okay. You had a different way of working that week. Tell us about that.
Well, what happened was on Saturday, April 9th, we flew out and we got to Washington, D.C. in the afternoon around 3, and that was a free day for us to get settled in and stuff like that. And then the next day on Sunday, we did a fun run to raise money to be able to help pay for this ADAPT trip. And then in the afternoon at 5 o'clock, we had a meeting to tell us what's going to be happening for the next 4 days.
Okay, how much did you raise in the run?
That they did not tell us.
Okay. What was determined? What was determined? How did you know what you did? How did you figure out what you did the next 4 days?
The meeting that we had in the conference room at the hotel.
What did that consist of?
That just consisted of telling us, what it's going to consist of for the next 4 days. Like, we're going to be doing long hours outside. There's going to be, hardly no eating. We're going to be up against doors and that kind of thing, and how to interact with people in public and that kind of thing. And don't get aggressive with people and stuff like that, because that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is just make a point about nursing homes.
What were you interacting with politicians, civilians, people? What? Who?
Well, on Monday, we tried to interact with some of the politicians. We started off at the White House, but nobody at the White House would come out and talk to us, so we just sat outside of the White House for like an hour or so protesting, and there was 52 of us that got arrested at the White House.
That wasn't planned, I'm sure.
No.
So what else happened?
Then when the people that they gave you 3 chances, the people who did not want to get arrested were put on a list, and the people who were volunteering to go ahead and, get arrested and go through the whole process stayed behind at the White House. The other people who did not want to get arrested went over across the street to the park. And the people that stayed at the White House, we continued to protest for about maybe like another 45 minutes. And then after that, the police came and tried to negotiate with the ADAPT attorneys. And the ADAPT attorneys said, no, we're not negotiating, we're not moving, we're not nothing. So then after that, the police told the attorneys, well, give us some time to get our paperwork together, and then we will be back. So then they left. We continued to, do our protesting, which was chanting and stuff like that. They came back 30 minutes later and said, now we are going to set up the process, and we're going to start pulling people off of the sidewalk one by one, and we are going to issue them a $50 citation, because there was too many of us for them to take us to jail, so they just issued $50 citations.
Did you and authorities and the politicians ever get together like later in the week?
No.
So, how did Tuesday through Friday go?
Well, on Monday, we did that for about an hour. So we did that for maybe about 2 hours. Then we got our citations and stuff like that. Then we were asked to go over to the park. We went over to the park. They opened up the street again. So then after a while, we left that place and we went to the judicial system. The judicial system, we blocked the doors and stuff for about an hour, maybe 2 hours at the most. And then we found out that that the senators had snuck out through some kind of tunnel. So then we figured, oh, might as well give up. So then we went back to the hotel, had another meeting that was going to tell us about Tuesday. They just told us when to line up and what time to be downstairs and ready to go. And then on Tuesday,
so it sounds like to me you spent all week trying to play tag with these people.
Exactly, yes.
So basically, what did you learn, or did you learn anything?
Yes, I did learn. I learned about the bill that we are trying to get passed, and it's 2724, I believe, about the bill trying to get passed as far as, like, instead of the Medicaid sending people straight to nursing homes when they get ill, why not give them the option to stay in their home instead of just paying straight for a nursing home, which costs outrageous, and it's cheaper for people to stay in their homes. So that is the whole thing all week long that we were protesting about, but none of the senators at the White House or the judicial system would talk to us. Now, on Wednesday, when we went to the state capitol, we did get some senators to talk to us. Their secretaries, not them personally, but their secretaries said that they were on board with us and agreed completely about what we were trying to do.
Sure. So how about Thursday and Friday?
Well, Thursday was just pack up your stuff and get ready to come home.
Yeah. So overall, how would you rate this experience? Good, bad, indifferent? Do you feel like you want to do it again, or would you rather not?
This experience was excellent, and they already have me scheduled to go to Boston in October.
Well, what are you going to do in Boston?
From what I've been told, the exact same thing. Go and try to meet with the senators and try to see if we can get them to also agree with the bill and kind of repeat the cycle.
Do you think this could be a career for you?
Absolutely.
What would you want to do? Go around the 50 states and talk to authorities about keeping people in their homes and out of nursing homes that can't get out of nursing homes?
Absolutely, Joe, because the thing is that I'm not only doing this for my future, I'm doing this for your future as well, and the generation after us, and that's the whole thing, is to get the government to see that if you go into a nursing home because you come out of a hospital for rehab and you have to go into a nursing home for rehab, most of the time you come out worse than you went in. And that's what we're trying to get to change, because all nursing homes seem to do is just medicate you and push you to the side, and that's not what we want. We're humans too.
No. Yeah, we want to be able to do our own thing, so to speak, on that.
Right,
so,
exactly. And because of the work that I did in Washington, D.C., as far as chanting and talking to people when I finally did understand the second day, the bill and all that kind of stuff, they actually offered me a job in Topeka, but I have to turn it down. But they offered me a job to Topeka.
What did they offer you in Topeka?
To go and be an advocate.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations, even though you have to turn it down.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I have to turn it down because I have a 7-year-old son and I can't leave him behind.
Okay. Is that about it, Andy? We out on time?
Yeah.
This is Joe Reinecker. This has been this week's edition of Resource Central. Our guest has been Rick Macias. Rick, have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.